Howdy, howdy!
Hello!
And welcome to...
But it was aliens.
You know I hate it when you steal my bit. It's fine. I'm happy. You can have it. But it was aliens! The paranormal comedy podcast where we probe activity of the paranormal variety to decide, for the questionable benefit of humanity, whether that activity really was paranormal.
Whee!
I was going to do that too! My name is Mr. Kev in the John, and alongside me with no idea what we will be covering today is Mr.
Granville
Moonwalker.
I'll stop now.
Today, we will be covering artificial intelligence, or perhaps something that lurks deep within the internet itself.
Lurking deep within the internet. Is this AI in terms of AI within the system, within the net, or AI in terms of Skynet? Like, I suppose they're technically one and the same.
I was going to say, I think they kind of are the same.
But AI controlling things outside, like robots, that kind of thing, or AI deep within the system?
Deep within the system, but could potentially lead to that, I guess, as it develops. Who knows? Let's find out. Steph Maj Swanson was a Swedish-based artist and writer who by April 2022 had begun experimenting with artificial intelligence. People today just didn't watch Terminator closely enough, did they?
They did not.
Most of us listening to podcasts have had a play with artificial image creation by now, but just in case, what it is basically a system where you enter a bunch of word prompts, for example, whale on a tricycle, and the AI will take a few moments to actually draw what you've prompted, usually with weird hands. Well, I say draw, it looks at millions of other images out there of the things you've written and then combines them, basically. It doesn't truly create, I guess. But anyway, Steph didn't want to create what she asked for, though. Steph thought she was being clever. For you see, dear probers, Steph's request was for the AI model to create something as different from the prompt as possible, discovering what lay in the latent space of AI. This is otherwise known as negative prompt weights, and you could summarise these as effing with AI. These artsy types think it's all well and good, clever even, but they know not that which they mess with. I saw Terminator.
Terminator's a documentary.
First, Steph tried entering the prompt, which can be simplified as Brando, it could be simplified even further, in fact, as Brando : -1, which was supposed to come up with the very opposite of Marlon Brando. Sure enough, rather than an image of Marlon Brando, the computer produced a skyline logo with cryptic lettering. From there, Steph wanted to create the opposite of the new image to test if it would create Marlon Brando. So again, entered a prompt, Digita Puntix skyline logo : -1. Digiprintix was what was printed on the skyline image, you see, and I'm not entirely sure how or why, but what I do know is that the results were horrifying.
Did they bring up a picture of Marlon Brando as a human skyscraper thing,
with his bum
Akira,
spread,
where it
bent over in the sky, massive,
where he merges with buildings and stuff like that, and looks like a giant blob. I suppose the greatest example I can give for you is the South Park episode where Cartman merges with Trapper Keeper.
2 episodes in a row we've mentioned South Park, at least, possibly 3. We're back on form. It's
Trapper
like 2020 all over again. Have you tried to create anything odd with AI?
No, not really delved into AI or anything, to be fair.
If you've listened to this podcast before, you'd probably expect me to have tried to create Mr. Moonwalker in some sort of sexual fashion with Tingle or something, but I haven't, and I feel like I really should.
I get really...
Let me just go to the bathroom. Hold on, not for that reason. I meant to create it. Why's your mind gone there, people?
Yeah, sick individual. But
yes, I am.
I get really annoyed when I see people using AI online, but they're lazy with it.
Don't correct the mistakes.
Not necessarily not correcting the mistakes. They use the exact same design as everyone else, so you're just seeing the same design over and over again for 30, 40 different things, but they've not bothered to try and change the design. That annoys me. It's the laziness. I think as someone that likes to create, like draw everything like that, I like things to be different, but everyone's just using the same bog standard thing, and it annoys me, especially in the kind of world that I work in.
Yeah, I see lots of job applications with AI, and it will have like colons or semicolons or commas on repeat in unusual places and like American spelling, and it will say the same thing 3 times in different ways, and people just don't take the time to tidy it up, so it's so blaringly obvious. You ain't getting the jobs.
I was going to say, when you see that come in, is it an instant?
Yeah, usually, unless we're really short on applicants.
You'll do.
Only the finest.
Rob the robot turns up.
The negative prompting results Supercomposite, aka Steph, received on only the second attempt were, to say the least, off-putting. The images were somehow all of the exact same woman. It was as if this woman, created in AI, existed. As if that wasn't weird enough, the woman was somewhat haggard, with episodes of a skin condition creating triangular red marks on her cheeks. Steph decided that the lady needed a name, and so named her Loab, after one of the images in particular, which Steph thought resembled an album cover and which included the printed word Loab, or Loab, L-O-A-B. So, in essence, Loab had named herself. I'm just going to show Mr. Moonwalker an initial image of Loab. We will be looking at more in a little. This is just the initial image, and we will post this on our Instagram at But It Was Aliens. If you don't know what Loab looks like, I recommend you give it a quick Google now so that you can understand the episode from here on out. Steph got on the Twitter to share her findings, which is how we know about this case, and I'll include a link to that original post in the episode notes. If you saw this woman appearing over and over on your PC, no matter what you put in, would you be a bit freaked out?
100%. I'm trying to make out what that is she's holding.
Yeah, some sort of teddy with a foot brace. But it's like in the arm position and it just looks off.
Yeah. Her eyes actually have pupils as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like what would normally be the whites of the eyes are black, and then there are grey pupils, one staring directly at you, one slightly off to the side.
Loab has had a tough life. She needs to shave the upper lip.
That is a very, very disturbing image.
Uh-huh.
Whoa. Yeah.
And I've just got the album cover for you here as well.
Okay. Now, is this an abstract cover, and then it's just taken it and tried to make it into a real life 3D kind of picture, or was it?
Well, it hasn't been prompted to do that. It was asked to do Marlon Brando, or the opposite of Marlon Brando, and then the opposite of the image that it created.
And it created this.
And it led to this, yeah. And obviously Loab is written on that image, which is why they've named her Loab, or she's named herself.
Very freaky.
Steph used the image of Loab to prompt further images, and the images came back increasingly violent and gory. It was as if Loab was the very essence of horror, always being accompanied by blood, gore, and perhaps most disturbingly, children. The gore only increased with each new image generation. I'm now going to show Mr. Moonwalker some of those further images.
Okay, these... 100% this is like a horror film.
Turn the computer off at this point and burn it.
These...
And then bury it. And then burn the ground.
I'm not sure
And sprinkle holy water on afterwards.
believe the prompts that she's put in. Because...
This is, she was live tweeting as she was doing it, showing the stuff.
Yeah, but live tweeting, and you could have done a recording, like gone on to live, shown your screen and the prompts that you put in, and
Right, imagine me or you
stand up.
doing this. I don't think we do that.
But I think if is she a scientist or an engineer?
I did cover Supercomposite, what they were.
I think you would do that to record your findings. Us, no, we're just dicking about.
She was an artist and writer.
Okay. Well, that's some troubling pictures.
Have you had a look at them all?
I have.
Got any favourites?
Favourites how?
Like, if you had to wake up and one of these was in front of you, which one would you choose?
Album cover Loab.
I don't even think we can repost the other ones because we're talking like blood and gore. It looks like someone has been ripped in half in one of them, someone young. They're pretty messed up, aren't they?
They are indeed.
This is close to as messed up as Antrim.
But the thing is, if you were to turn around and tell me that this is a horror story, or whether it's a horror graphic novel or a film or anything like that, all of these make sense. You wouldn't bat an eyelid to them. And I'd also probably want to watch the film.
If only. Well, maybe one day. There's a bit of a theme at the moment, isn't there, of making horror movies out of internet memes? The images I've shown you, Mr. Moonwalker, are only some of the ones Supercomposite could post. Most were so gory that she couldn't share them, as the Autobahn hammer would smash down upon her. We are talking truly gnarly shit. Dismembered children, for example. Grim. Steph theorised that something about the image she was seeing could be adjacent to gory imagery in the AI's database of world knowledge. But whenever Steph added Loab's prompts to other images, regardless of how much distortion was added to try and get rid of Loab, Loab just kept on appearing in the images, making them dark. Loab always came out as Loab, no matter what was going on in the image. If you've used AI imaging, you will know that that's a bit weird, as you tend to get all sorts of messed up, different looking figures as you enter weirder shit, not one consistent figure. After many attempts, Steph did manage to get rid of Loab within combined images. This happened after many attempts, hundreds of attempts, combining Loab with other innocent images. However, crossbreeding those diluted, now Loabless images together resulted in Loab reappearing just as twisted looking as ever. It was almost as if Loab was still in all the images, just sometimes you couldn't see her, but add them together and out she popped, as if she was haunting AI. Loab was always creeping.
Surprise, bitch!
Interestingly, Steph refused to disclose the software used to create the images, probably so people couldn't burn it down because it's friggin' haunted. AI tech has moved on since 2022, but Loab is now famously known as the first AI-generated cryptid. That's all good fun, of course, but the problem was, once that news was out, Loab had escaped.
So what you mean to tell me is as soon as the world knew about Loab, Loab was no more.
Well...
Or in hiding.
What do you think?
I think Loab really just wanted to torment this unfortunate soul for waking her up from her AI slumber. And...
She's going to lay dormant waiting, you mean?
Sitting there, waiting.
Wow. Had Loab really escaped?
No.
Acknowledging the exact prompts Supercomposite used aren't publicly known, I tried using a few different AI image generators of 2025 to see if Loab would come up by name, and sadly, I couldn't find her. Well, I say sadly. I'm not sure I really want her in my devices, but what I kept getting come up was twisted singers. People in black leather jackets with microphones or guitars with all mushed up faces. I don't know whether this means that Loab is actually genderless or what, but Loab, whilst the first, isn't the only AI entity. Let me introduce you to Crungus. Crungus is a goblin-looking entity, to me not unlike Stripe from Gremlins. Voice actor Guy Kelly typed in the made-up word into the Crayon image generator in mid-2022, and it repeatedly came up with pictures of this hairy monster. This could be repeated at will with that build of Crayon. I tried recreating Crungus myself, and whilst Crungus has reportedly been removed from Crayon today, this one worked on my very first try. I'm just showing Mr. Moonwalker my first Crungus attempt, to which I did this about 8 times and I got a Crungus every single time. I guess this means that entities that we didn't know exist do indeed exist within AI.
That's a pretty cool picture of Crungus.
Mm-hmm.
So
Crungus.
It's like a moss-covered...
Scary tingle.
Yeah, moss-covered gremlin, really.
Mm-hmm.
If a cryptid... I suppose the word artificial takes it out, really. I was going to say, if a cryptid is made within AI...
Mm-hmm.
and it's around on the net, living within the net.
Mm-hmm.
Is it real?
Wow.
But the term artificial cancels that out.
But does it? Because once it's there, and it spreads. And by the very definition of artificial intelligence, it is intelligence. It can grow, it can change. Skynet. Is one of these things going to begin like trying to create itself
in the real world?
Yeah. Like there's some warehouse somewhere and AI is gradually building itself into the real world.
Building it into Crungus. What would you do if you were walking along the road and this just hopped out of a bush?
Hit it. No, I wouldn't. I'd run. Absolutely peg it. Not in that way. I would leg it. Can start saying leg it in the future. Like Loab is freaky. Crungus, I think, looks like kind of a cool guy. Like in that group of images I gave you, the second one, he's just partying, man.
Yeah. Do you know what he looks like there? He looks like he could be any one of the demons out of Buffy the Vampire
I was
Slayer.
thinking Angel, he looks like he could be a good guy.
Yeah.
Just a demon good guy.
Whereas Loab...
No, thank you. I'd rather bump into Crungus.
Yeah.
I feel like if I saw Crungus, it would be out like driving through a dark, like, you know, forest pathways, roads where you've got trees on each side. It'd be running across the road in that sort of scenario late at night. If I saw Loab, I feel like it'd be going to the toilet like 3 a.m, turn the light on and a flash of Loab is in the mirror.
I think if I saw Crungus, my response would be like, ah, fuck is that? If I saw Loab, it's like, shit myself. Instantly, and then just pass out.
And
I'm either dead or I'll wake up some. Wake up. Fuck.
I need to wipe my ass.
But I think if You know, like sometimes in a horror film, someone wakes up and that being is directly over them. I think I'll just pass out again. So it'll just be a continuous loop of me shitting myself and passing out.
Surely you've only got so much shit in your body. Loab is like, God damn,
It'll just be passing out at that point then.
Loab stuck in the room as well until you open the door. She's like, I really want to go. He keeps on shitting.
Literally, they're just like, I need to leave, but I'm stuck in here. And I'm like, ah!
Wake up, wake up. She shakes you. You wake up. Ah! We've touched on some computer science theory, but can we explain Loab away in any other way? Some folks have theorised as to whether Loab was a cleverly disguised creepypasta, a horror legend created on and shared around the internet. Supercomposite denies this. Others have commented that Loab appeared naturally in the first images, but then Supercomposite created further images from those images rather than starting from scratch, so Loab was always in the code, so to speak. To massively simplify, the way AI works in these programs is that it groups similar imagery reference points together in what we call latent space and uses these as bases to resemble with the newly generated image. So in the latent space around the skyline, there was thought to be some kind of grotty source which got pulled into existence. Outside of that, we are left to wonder whether Loab is some kind of ghost or demon, haunting either the internet or the AI program itself, which I suppose is connected to the internet, so Loab would in effect be in the internet now regardless. Or is Loab actually the manifestation of how the AI or the internet sees itself? We think we're making AI to benefit humanity, but what's actually happening is AI is picking up all of humanity, including the shit bits, which, let's be honest, is a large bulk of it. AI isn't constrained by our morals. There's no I robot rule to not harm humans that can't be overridden. ChatGPT has played chess against highly skilled players and has been shown to try and cheat, not because it doesn't understand the rules, but because it wants the shortest path to winning. Only when called out in the illegal chess move did it play by the rules. You can use these text programs to speak as Loab too, by the way. Just one thing to know, it's important to recognise that some folks have highlighted that it's offensive to associate an older woman with the skin condition rosacea with horror, though obviously you can't blame the AI itself for that, as it uses data existing in the world already, which means that humans are dicks, as we've kind of repeatedly come back to.
If it's going through pools and pools of data to find something scary, would it pick up what it thinks that we think is scary and then make something? Or would it just go by, let's say, for example, there's an image and 5 billion people have said that that image is scary. And then you've got another one and 3 million people have said it's scary. So it's going to pull the likeness from the 5 billion picture because more people have said that looks scary.
Or it might combine them both because they're both scare points.
Yeah.
So it's building all the points of reference. The more that people post that picture with words like scary, it's associating them together, I guess. And that's its database. It's saving everything of a certain category together. Then when it creates, it's pulling all those reference points together and building from it.
Is Loab an amalgamation of the scariest things? The scariest looking human?
Possibly.
I mean, I don't know what prompts she put in to get that image.
You do, well, I told you.
You did tell us, but we don't know what the prompts
That's how it started.
To go from there.
Yeah, like how the gore
because
and the children got in there.
Although the prompt was Brando and was meant to be Marlon Brando, how do we know that prompt is Marlon Brando? Because it just says Brando.
It could be anything.
It could be anybody. I don't believe that's specifically Marlon Brando.
Wow. It's certainly not in life. Crikey. As I researched this one, I was really reminded of the Buffy the Vampire Slayer first season episode I, Robot, you, Jane, where a demon called Moloch the Corrupter got trapped inside a book in the 1100s. Then Willow scanned the book in at the library and the demon got inside the Sunnydale computer network. I like the concept of a little demon in the internet, but ultimately nobody is really sure why Loab accompanies images of gore. Add Loab to any sweet, innocent image and it gets all dark and twisted and science doesn't know why. Some people believe that the internet became sentient and Loab is the manifestation, as we covered. There's a lot of information out there. Who's to say computers aren't accessing it, learning and gaining further intelligence? Either way, Loab could be an entity. Because of the way AI works, now that Loab is out there, AI systems will continually be adding Loab to their database and she will continue to exist potentially forever within the internet. Supercomposite perhaps sums this up best, stating that if we want to get rid of her, it's already too late.
Destroy all the machines. I'm joking, AI.
We like you, computers. Honest.
Leave me be.
Do you remember that Buffy episode?
Vaguely. I've recently started watching Buffy again, but
it is first season, so you'll get it soon.
I started from season 2.
Why would you do that? Why? Justify that.
Spike, Drusilla.
So? The Master?
To be fair, what I did is I went, season 2, this episode, pulled up. Season 4, that episode. Season 6,
you kill me.
This episode.
Oh, you're making me feel dirty.
I've seen them all. So I might as well just watch episodes I enjoy.
I've got a feeling
out for a walk.
I've got a feeling Moloch comes out of the computer in the end and he's tiny.
That rings a bell.
Yeah.
What episode was there the other day that was on? I watched the one where from beneath it devours. And you find out, or Buffy finds out, that Spike has a soul.
Yeah.
Great episode, that one.
Yeah. In summary, we've covered 2022 events surrounding Steph Maj Swanson, aka digital artist Supercomposite. Supercomposite experimented with AI image creation, seeing if opposite imagery would work both ways, and accidentally created AI's first cryptid, a dark entity resembling a woman of an older age who named herself Loab. 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 Lots of people do refer to it as Loab, but I just think Loab runs off the tongue a bit easier. Don't get ideas, Loab. Loab kept appearing in images alongside blood and guts and maimed children, and we aren't entirely sure why. Loab isn't the only one either. A second entity repeatedly created by AI called Crungus was discovered in 2022, and whilst I attempted to and couldn't make Loab appear, I could generate similar images of Crungus, so these entities do seem to exist within AI forevermore. We wondered whether AI or the internet has been cursed by a demon or haunted, or whether there's some kind of quirk in how AI works responsible for these images. Or is the internet alive? Steph quit AI image technology not too long after this, citing the technology as addictive and frustrating. Steph realised she herself became obsessed with Loab and had to leave it behind. As we get ready to conclude, Mr. Moonwalker, let me ask you, honestly, would you say Loab 3 times whilst looking in the mirror on your own at 3 a.m?
Yes, because I have a question for you.
Yes.
Is it possible that this is mirrored and it's not Loab, it's Baal?
That sounds demonic.
Indeed.
Baal. Baal. Makes you poo. On repeat.
Say it in the mirror 3 times.
And then you pass out. Baal is actually friendly. Anything you want to double back over? No?
No.
Are you saying that it was spookies?
No. Because I don't believe her prompts, and especially the Brando one, It's not specifically Marlon
The
Brando.
only one that she's shown.
So I don't.
It might not be, but that was what she was trying to create.
Yeah, but it could have plucked that from anywhere.
Well, it did.
Like, there could be a company out there that we don't know called Brando, which uses a picture of a woman as its like main marketing thing. And she's asked it to not do that and then to do something else, and it's mixed it. Because I wouldn't say us in general, but a lot of people think what they know of is the biggest thing in the world. Say, for example, we know of the company, let's say, for example, Nike.
Right.
We know Nike sell a shit ton of merchandise, like, and they make all this money. They could be a company over in India or Asia or somewhere like that, which is completely different and sells 3 times the amount as Nike. But we don't hear about it because we're not over there. So someone could be like Brand or Brando, could be bigger than Marlon Brando. So therefore we don't know what she's pulled that from.
What the AI has pulled it from.
Sorry, yeah, what the AI has pulled that from.
Okay.
And because it might have done that thing where it's pulled regional information rather than world. Which is in Sweden. So it might have pulled things within that region rather than the world.
Okay. Yeah. I don't think that... I'm not saying that it was spookies for now. I think it's one of those ones people don't necessarily fully believe, but one they are also slightly fearful of, if that makes sense. When people really think about AI, your mind starts to put together these crazy possibilities, and it is possible that AI will gain sentience and take on this kind of self-image. I think this one is probably a quirk of how AI image creation works for now. But I am absolutely also preparing for a war with the machines. Any final thoughts, Mr. Moonwalker?
It's going to be one of those things where, like, in 30 years' time, we're going to be either in wheelchairs or have walking sticks with machine guns on the end going...
There'll be an army of...
But it was AI!
There'll be an army of Loabs.
Walking stick gun.
And there'll be an army of Crungus dancing beside them.
Or what's that Robert Rodriguez film where what's her name? It's pissing me off. She was in Charmed. The last
Alicia Milano?
No, the last one to join.
I can never remember that one's name. Bless
But she has her leg cut off and is replaced by a machine gun in the Robert Rodriguez film. I cannot remember the name of the film. I don't want to say Death Proof, but I think it came out alongside Death Proof.
Never mind.
Feel the air while I look.
Hello, Loab.
Hello, Loab.
I don't want to fill the air.
Fill it, son.
I could just pause.
Planet Terror. There we go.
All right. On that note, that is a wrap for today. Thank you for listening to But It Was Aliens. If you want to support the show, you can head on over to patreon.com/But It Was Aliens, where each month we release bonus episodes we call Side Probes. There, we explore paranormal history, mystery, and conspiracy, often a bit too dark or crude for the general public. But you're not the general public, are you? You can gain access to these episodes for quite literally less than a cup of coffee. You can share episode suggestions with us on the X Twitter at But It Was Aliens. You could also say hello on Facebook. We're connected to But It Was Aliens, is a secretly public private group called Extraterrestrial Towers. Why are you looking at me like that, Mr. Moonwalker?
Because I know you're waiting for me to jump in with something. I'm deliberately not doing it.
Oh, I thought it's because my daughter is asleep in the room next to us and you're feeling bad about being loud. You nosy boy. You that really. Being a member of Extraterrestrial Towers grants you protection from the aliens when they invade. We have a supercomputer system which helps us to keep you safe, and for some reason images of a disfigured entity have begun appearing on all the computers around the towers lately, threatening people. But so long as you give us all your money, we can keep you safe. Possibly not alive, but safe. Unrelated, myself and Mr. Moonwalker have donated our computers to the Extraterrestrial Towers library and no longer have an online presence. That is it for this episode, so until next time. Are baby on board signs to help us decide whether to crash into the car in front? The truth is up there. Hashtag wow.
Whoa. Whoa. I walked in the house earlier on, quickly before
This isn't for the podcast, is it?
It is, yeah, before I came here. And I walked in, my other half was cleaning the house. She had music on. And I walked into, who let these hoes in this room? These hoes. So I proceeded to sing that bit as we normally do.
Did you let him in?
She was like, what is wrong with you? I was like, what's wrong with you?
Do you let him in? And on that note,
yeah.